Shanti everyone. Welcome to today's Murli of the 26th of March 2024. That is 5 more days. Well, let's get started with the Murli because you never know how much more knowledge you can take before the world's end. Sweet children, consider yourselves to be brothers, souls. So I know it's weird for me why they always say brothers only. For some reason when it's sisters, brothers get offended, but when it's brothers, the sisters don't get really affected. It's weird. But let's not be body conscious now. Have spiritual love for one another. If you want to become Satapradhan, do not find any defects in anyone. So Satapradhan, if you want to become 100% pure, have spiritual love for one another. So it's not like in the love in the body where we're caring, giving things, just giving things for the happiness. No, it's giving good vibrations and giving healing powers. And also giving them some powers of Shiv Baba. Because whatever is his is yours. And whatever yours, you can decide when you can give it away or share it with other people. Here it's not give it away, but I mean you could give it away because then you could just take it back, but it's basically here it's sharing to open a gateway to other people to access Shiv Baba's powers. And do not find any defects. So defects is like problems. So we know all of us are stained by sanskars, it's drama to do this, it's drama to do that. So do not find defects in that people. There's things that are a pure soul, but right now they are affected with too much karma. Like karma is going on, so let's not disturb him. And in fact, let's give them some pure vibrations. That's a good thought to have about people. So it's a blessing. And before the thing about people, it's a good thing to care about the souls like that. May you check and change yourselves according to the time and become a constantly elevated, victorious soul. Those who are true Raja Yogis. So Raja means king. So king means just having a high state, a high power. You can be the king of all your 5 senses. You can be the king of Maya, so the conqueror of Maya. And you can also be the king of doing yoga. But what type of yoga? There are many types of yogas in the world. But you can be the king of Raj Yoga. Never be disturbed by any adverse situation. So it's a problem. Never be disturbed by it. Because then you can throw off your focus and become in the grasp of Maya. Like, if you're trying to stand on one thing, or if you're trying to avoid something, like a very steep path, you need to focus to do it. If your focus goes off and it wanders away, you could also wander away into a wrong spot and into a problematic spot. That spot is Maya spot. So according to time, check yourself in this way, and after checking yourself, change yourself. If you simply check yourself, you will become disheartened and think, I have this weakness and I don't know whether it will be put right or not. So check yourself, churn the ocean of knowledge, see what's wrong, see if you have any problems with you. Did you do anything wrong? Do you need something to be fixed? Remember, you have the ocean of knowledge and it can help you with any problem. The Father, the Supreme Soul, Shiv Baba. So, don't become disheartened. Like a lot of people, when they find their weaknesses, go like, oh, I'm so bad at this, why do I have this, then will I fix this or will I not? That's when you can become disheartened, and that's when Maya's trying to come to you and you stepped in the wrong place. I know putting this finger up is a bit rude, but it's like you're stepped in Maya's place. So you want to stay aware and you don't want to get distracted and become disheartened when you're checking yourself. That's why why in everything there's a danger. Like right now there's a danger that this world can end right now. I said this yesterday, but still, remember to be body conscious. Wait, what? Remember to be soul conscious. For some reason I was thinking not to be body conscious, so I said body conscious. So, therefore, check and change yourself, because those who do everything according to the time are constantly victorious. So remember, if you have a problem, this is like a very common thing. A lot of people know this, but not a lot of people follow it. Failure is the pillar of success. So it means if you have a problem with you, any type of problem, you can also work to see what the problem is, work with Shiv Baba and make it a success by healing it. That's actually very common. So the slogan: practice controlling your mind and intellect and you will be able to become bodiless in a second. So your mind and intellect, we talked about this. So if you want to focus on something, if you think about something else, your focus will wander off, right? That's why it's saying practice staying in silence as well and control your mind to only think of Shiv Baba. So finally, the question of the Murli: on what basis can you claim an inheritance of multi-millions from the father? So on what basis can you claim all the things from the father? Powers, the golden age, 21 births of perfect state. In order to claim an inheritance of multi-millions from the father, is stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Just remember him forever. Because, this is an interesting story. Well, I won't say the whole story, but basically, it was a daddy sent, I think, so he sent a dada. Well, it's not like Dada Brahma Baba, but he sent someone to go get something and work on how much money they had and how much money they saved. So after he went on the shopping trip, he came back, he worked out how much he saved, he worked out how much he done. But then he went to check something at home, maybe, and then he went to check on his clothes, wash his clothes a bit. But then he fell on a brick because his house was under construction, or I think the apartment he lived in, and then he thought of the daddy, and then he thought about that after he passed out, then he died. But he came back, I think 2 to 3 years later, in his family's body, in a different family and different body, I guess. But he still remembered the daddy because that's who he remembered when he went from last birth. So that family was non-BK, but after the boy contacting daddy, then the whole family became Brahmins. So can you see how this affects? The main point is always remember Shiv Baba. So even in the time when it's ended, you can still practice and get better at it. And then at the final moment, the really final moment, when you need to become bodiless, you can do it and remember him and go to the golden age. Forget everything except the father. Do not waste your time on such things as so-and-so is like this. So it's like people, he does this and he hurt me, so do not waste your time on this. That's what so-and-so does. The destination is very high. It's the golden age, remember? I mean, it's both ways. It's high in the state, and it's also the first destination, which is the soul world, is high. And keep the aim of becoming Sadhupradhan. Continue to cling to the Father with love. Continue to check yourself on a subtle level, and then you will be able to claim your full inheritance. So you will be able to claim anything you want. So thank you for listening to today's Murli. I know it was a bit hard, but I hope you understood it. I mean, that was my words, but I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. And remember the effect of remembrance. Om Shanti.